no mete yiwum na mete na meka many mete no was a God is greater than your past. That is what I heard. I don't know what you heard, but at the end of the day, it was na yeti bribi na yede share your crying. If God is greater than your past, then your past shouldn't be a worry. That's what I think. Gina Nelson Ministries is here. Yeneno ebedin komo. Efa ne nyum tuomu. Ene nia wode ne nyum no. Ye. Sawoti ase aha. Utimu se bebisa no set the ministries no sha said that ben ministries and then so no saying na eko. This morning when you started show no, we spoke about impact. I told you a story. I see weekendy. Alex has spoken. You didn't come up with the impact of your day-to-day activities. All yet high we are ministering. Positively. That's why I say that was said you want to do positive things. You understand? Because whichever thing you can impact negatively, actually. Yes, you can. So choose to impact positively and choose to make what you share be a testimony for others. Choose that it will uplift people. It would actually pave the best way for people, and it will make obi because bete same way. And I'm happy that Gina is here. What a wonderful way to go through the morning.
Yeah.
Yes. So my sima kakrani ofendi sankomo asana wesi abonte na yenhira. So what you say? Aha. Gina me make you. Alex no kabrofo. No. So brofo dia if English press 1. If she press 2. If she press 2. If English press 1.
I was going through the same thing on weekend, and then it's if English press 1. I'm like, and you brought
me,
it here.
I press 2. I always press 2. Or then press hash to speak to whatever operator or something.
So Gina, you press. You do the pressing now.
Gina, where are you pressing?
Press.
Yeah, this is rough.
This is rough. And you press hash and speak to hash and speak to the operators.
I can speak to you, but my tree is a little, it's limited. I'm
okay, but I would be so happy if you blend it for me, and then I would actually, because that's how I meant it.
Okay.
Oh, today.
Meant it. That's how I meant it.
Gina, Akwaba, a little bit about you. Before you got into song ministry and stuff. What was your life like?
So I think I've always been in song ministry because I started singing when I was really young, and I'm talking about writing music around the age of 8. It wasn't the best song at the age of 8, but I started realizing that I really love writing music, and because I've always really been in church, so my life has really just been about serving God and just encouraging people to do the same, because I've seen the benefits of it. I really enjoyed what you were saying this morning, because it was very important for me to, as I was hearing you speak, I realized really that's the purpose of it, to encourage others and to have impacts, because I think life is it's an interesting journey, and it's hard to maintain by yourself.
Yeah.
And so I always look to God whenever I need that strength, because to me that's the standard. I don't see, I see options, but there's a difference between options and great options, or the best option. So that's what God is for me. So my life really has been, it's really been about music. It's been about serving God, and I've had the opportunity to serve in many different places, and it's been phenomenal.
Before Tree comes in, right?
Sure.
Many people start, like a lot of musicians who come and sit where you're sitting, will come in and say, oh, I started in church. I started in church, and now I'm doing secular music and all of that. Through all different kinds of ministries.
Yes.
You started in church, you stay in church. Why?
Okay, so once again, I'll probably say it's about impact, and then it's also about having an encounter. You see, so for everybody, I think that it can be very different. For me, my encounter with God happened very early. And so I realized that there was something above me. And I think maybe my parents also. My mom is in ministry as well. And so it really has been, I think it's been part of the reason why I've stayed so connected to God. But my personal relationship with God has also really influenced me, because when you are able to speak to God and you see things happen in your life as a result of prayer or as a result of God just moving things in a way that you could have never done it, I think that increases and builds your faith. You know, so for me, I've had so many of those encounters that I just know that, you know, God is real, and it's really allowed me to be able to keep doing what I do.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. Talking about press tree,
Press
tree. You know, I like to listen a lot. Okay. I think one thing that I love to do is to listen. And you said something, we say, you know, as early as 8, you said to write, you know, music songs. It wasn't the best though, but you were writing. And so I asked, Inti, Dappah was okay. And me Troy, I want to write. I wanted to go out. You know, when you're writing music, you're young. You sing to yourself. You probably might sing to your family.
Yes.
And then family dinners and everything. You'll be called to sing and everything. But then you decided, okay, I was set me the call. That is the ministry.
Yes.
You know, you go evangelism. You go out there and you do more of that. So when did that start, and then how far?
Okay, so I would say it started maybe as early as 8 again. Now this is why I say that. When at that age, there was a church right by my house. It's called Foursquare Gospel Church. So there was a Foursquare Gospel Church. Yes. So there was a gentleman that was here in Ghana. So there was a gentleman there who my sister and I, we were in a girls group. So we used to go from one church to sing to the other. And, you know, at the time we didn't realize the impact. So I think that was about the same time I started writing music. So I believe that was around the age where music started to mean a lot to me. But my first song that I wrote that probably made sense to me wasn't until I was about 15.
What song did you write? I want to know. I'm so curious. That's a press you know. And tell me. You have to remember your first song you sang, and then you're like, okay, I want to take this out, regardless where I'm singing it. I want you to listen to the words, and I wanted to, you know, I want someone to feel that, okay, I'm impacted by what I heard.
Oh, so I think you want a snippet of that. Yeah. So, okay, let me see what it sounded like. At the time, I don't think the words were very relevant, but now I'm seeing that God was doing something. So it was something like, Lord, I need to hear you speak all the days that I will live, so that day by day I'll know your perfect ways. Now that's
sounds good.
So that's the tail end of it.
Did you write that?
I did.
At that age?
15.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the tail end of the song.
The first sentence. What did you say?
Lord, I need to hear you speak.
I need to hear you speak.
All the days that I will live, so that day by day I'll know your perfect ways.
Damn.
15.
Did you record it? Is it recorded?
I never did.
Please
you have to.
You have to. We'll try to do it.
Because that is what every morning you wake up and you want to hear Lord speak, you know, like you want to hear. It's just like Master speak, thy servants, you know, yes. Yeah. You want to hear that. And why would you record? And you're recording. God is greater than our past, we know.
Absolutely.
But, you know, we need to record God hear you speak and all that.
That's the perfect walk with God, you know, hearing him speak to you every day.
So what did you do with that song?
That song has been there. And I think I have, I always say this. As a musician, I think I enjoy the idea of writing more because of the inspiration and how it makes me feel. And I think I started doing that, you know, like I said, around the same time I was singing. So I've always viewed myself even more as a songwriter. I love writing for people. I mean, sometimes I go to the studio, people ask me to come and write. And that's one of the things that I enjoy the most, because when we start going into the reasons why they want to write the topic, maybe I want to write about joy because I lost somebody, and then now God is restoring my joy. And that really allows me to tap into what God is trying to do for them and others. So I have several songs because I like writing a lot. I have several songs that I haven't done anything with, but with time we'll see what God will do.
Okay, now let's get detailed.
Yes.
There are a lot of gospel artists
Yes.
that write songs, that sing, but are not ministering.
Okay.
If I stand to be corrected.
Yes.
But that's what I know.
Okay.
I stand to be corrected. So
Okay.
I want to know, when did the songwriting turn into ministry?
Okay.
And where has where has it got to?
Okay.
I mean, you're here.
Yes.
And there must be a reason.
Yes, absolutely.
There must be a reason. And you have greater than and what you want to use that for.
Absolutely.
So, like I said, a lot write music, they sing. Actually, everybody can write music and probably sing. Mm-hmm. But how does it turn into ministry?
Okay, so one thing that I'll connect that question to is probably purpose.
Okay.
So for me, once I heard, I had to have several conversations through prayer with God. And I think once I heard what he wanted me to do and what my purpose, once I started understanding the impact I was supposed to have, it changed what I was doing for. I enjoy this. I have an experience with God, and I'm able to write songs too. I need to make sure that I accomplish what God is sending me out to do. And I think that's where ministry is birthed. So it's really never from you yourself. It's really understanding what God wants you to do. And I think that's what differentiates a lot of different artists. It's hard to tell what's in a person's heart or what they are feeling or what drives them. But I believe that for me, it's become understanding what my purpose is. And I know with me, music is part of it, definitely. But music that influences, encourages others. And so even when I'm writing a song, I am very, I challenge myself to make sure that I'm speaking certain level of authenticity that I feel like God wants people to hear. So if something doesn't sound right to me, I'm saying something in a song and maybe it's just rhyming, I have to go back again because that's not the purpose, to just rhyme. At times we get caught up as that, as musicians, just write the song because it sounds sweet. But even if you're writing a melody, you're trying to get that melody out, it's very important to consider how much impact it has on the person who's hearing it. That's very important to me.
So I get it that what you want to share with the world with your music is encouragement.
Absolutely.
And your purpose is to inspire and encourage, people through your music, and that hits me well. I'll tell you something, but I'm not kind of tree. Do you promise to speak tree with me?
I'll try.
Okay. I felt the need to do something for myself and for a friend.
Okay.
And I said that, sometimes it's not all about crying through the pain, but encouraging yourself through the pain.
That's good.
And, instead of you listening to those songs that breaks you into two, why don't you listen to songs that rejoices and then makes you feel that, okay, so we're fighting ahead. And we are encouraging and inspiring ourselves and uplifting our souls and, our spirit to say, God is able, and so we are able too. That is what I feel about it.
Good.
Now, I don't know where you've been. Where you been?
In the U.S. and in Ghana sometimes.
Watch your pao. What type of you?
I try.
You try.
I am back.
It's one way.
If 1 more month. I've been here for about 3 months.
1 more month.
How do you say month in tree?
And 1 month. Okay, so as you hear,
yes,
you've been in the U.S. I'm sure it's going on there. Now you are in Ghana now, and there something that you're working on here?
I am, yes. So I'm working with a few amazing ministers. I've had the opportunity to work with King Skid, as we've seen. We've worked on different projects that are still yet to come out. And then I'm working on another song with another minister who I really, admire and respect as well.
Oh, nice.
So that's also going to come out maybe here in the next few months as well. So I don't know if I should give a shout out, but I do appreciate both of them. Well, Minister Joe Metal, and then also, so there are the ministers that I intend to keep working with.
I would love to hear you and Joe Metal. You know, he's got a new one.
We're actually doing a tree song, so I think that.
Not a Ghana song.
It's a tree song. It's a tree song. Yes, because I wrote the tree song. Hey. And yes, it was funny. And that's the thing. You can tell my tree is, very restricted. But I wrote the tree song and I sat down and I thought about it, prayed over it. I said, I just really would love to collaborate with somebody who I know is going to bring what this song needs. Because, sometimes people just want to work by themselves. And it's great. But when you collaborate, you get a whole different level of partnership for me. And it's kingdom work. And you get to accomplish more. So I think he happened to be the the right person for this particular song, and I can't tell you, I'm excited to hear the song come out. And same thing with King Skid too. I've really learned to appreciate and respect his ministry over the last couple of years. He's been very influential, and these two especially, I have realized that they really care about God's work, and I can't wait for the world to hear what we're doing.
I can't wait to hear all of that. But now I have Greater Than, and I'm enjoying it. Yes. And I also want you to enjoy it. We go watch that, and then yeba na yedi komo ebisa se ni nyuma na wo so wante dia o se eye ni nyomo a wo to wo botaye bi se enyomo a wo to no be hye nkran o botaye bi se enyom na wo to no be hye wiase ni nkran so te se aha enyom na wo to no so no opese ekọ baabia ma obi say bi o how bi mu ana bibi no wo mu a enye bibi ti se sakraye ma no sa wote ase aha no wo ka no so se oba Ghana yo so watenam kakra na o US wa Ghana ni de na oba no ne fefo bebre so ebeye nwom na wutu se yebo video bi ma wo na di kan na woni bra bi ebon me friend Kingsley na oso ne na ye adwuma ache na omu eyunwum na osan wonwum bi ono atro ni twi Gina so atro twi o Gina so atro twi Gina so atro twi na se enwum no otro ye no obompa egusu no na ohun se e was odi Joe Metal so to ntino that will be coming up, but say CAD we have Greater Than. And that one, you sang with a gentleman.
Yes, his name is Victor Smith. So he produced that song. He's a producer, and also he's based in the U.S., but then we used to go to the same church together, and I was really blessed to have him on there as well.
Yeah, he sang beautifully too. Okay, so Greater Than no with Gina Nelson and also Victor Smith. And Tiyanko Nyakonko Sheba, Ibedi Hunkomo, Babiee Yensa, Ebekano.
There's nothing greater than you.